was at 200, I probably would have just stopped.
No, I have a list, and if I get to 200, I'll still be going.
Welcome back to Love Island The Morning After. We're here again for the final week of gossip from South Africa. I'm Amy Hart.
And I'm Indiyah Polack. I'm back again this morning. It's the wonderful Ali and G.
Yay!
Good morning, lovely ladies.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
We're good. We're
Much
feeling
to
good.
discuss, much to discuss.
So another great episode last night. Obviously, we started with the fact that everyone seems to have chilled out.
I wonder why.
Everyone's getting on.
War is over.
Yeah, war is over.
Guns are down. White flags waving waves.
Yeah.
Well, it started with Belle and Sean in
Yeah.
the bathroom. That kind of like truce, white flag waving. They had a hug.
Yeah, you know what? That was. Do you know what? It was nice to see. I was very shocked. I was like, okay, what is happening? What is happening? But it's true. We've got a week left. Like, you can't bear a grudge forever.
No.
It's too much cortisol.
I don't agree.
You can't be angry all the time.
You can bear a grudge forever.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
But also the fact that they said, can we be best friends?
I would
was
have
like,
just led with
that's like, can we be civil?
Can we civil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just milking it
Civil.
now.
But maybe now they really don't fancy each other anymore. So it's like, oh, actually, I am over and it's not that deep anymore.
Guys, I also do think like their parents have really whipped them into shape. I really do think they're all on best behaviour now because they know every single one of them got told, that's not right. You're not acting right.
To be honest, when it's coming from mum and dad over the screen,
Yeah.
it's not looking
It's not
good.
looking good.
You know it's bad.
Yeah.
So we've got our first confirmed sealing of the deal.
Yes.
Whatever you take that to mean.
How did you feel about the kind of lingo, the house analogy?
Exchanging of the keys.
I loved it.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like
Quite clever.
every year there's a different analogy. On my season, it was very much salon talk. You know, if you've got manicure, pedicure.
What
Do you know
about
what I
if you
mean?
had like exchange keys on your house? What would you have called that?
Full face.
We had
Like full seal the deal.
the full works.
full works.
Full works.
I went for
Yeah,
full
yeah.
works.
Full works,
Brazilian.
yeah.
Yeah.
This series, I feel like, has been, in the famous Love Island language, a slow burn.
Yes.
In that we didn't really have any couples for a long time. So
True.
although like it feels like it's quite late, like midway through the last week, for people to be sealing the deal. Although Kieran and Sammy did hint they had a nice time in the hideaway, but they have no longer confirmed or denied that. And, you know, we'll talk about it later, but obviously Lucinda and Sean, and boyfriend and girlfriend, everything's taken quite a long time. Do you think that was just because everyone
I
wasn't
think
really that
everyone was a
interested?
bit preoccupied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're having a big fight, you're not really in the mood to seal the deal, are you?
You're
It's like-
stroppy, you're
it's
rolling
all
over.
a bit, it's not the right environment.
Yeah.
I do feel like everyone has calmed down there. And maybe it is, you know, the whole speculation of intimacy and all that stuff, but it's about time. You know, everyone seems happy. Like you said, you've got the white flags waving.
Well, I just
Time
think
to get on
everyone
with it.
forgot it is Love Island.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
just, it's the keys in the title, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now they are falling in love.
With
I love
Lucinda.
it.
L bombs are being dropped.
Yeah.
It's not
Literally.
just exclusivity. We've got I love yous.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Big, huge.
Yeah.
Huge deal.
Do we think, you know, the boys and girls being separated really helped to calm everyone down? We saw that, you know, the boys went off to football and the girls had a nice little girly day. Do you think maybe they all just needed some space apart?
I mean, obviously, never been in the villa, but I think it can be so claustrophobic to be around the people that you're also like trying to think about, like in your own private time. Like, you have no private time. It must be so jarring.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes you just, I think if you remove yourself from a situation like that, you feel like, oh, I have some clarity now.
Also, the boys have kind of been like putting a lot of the blame on the girls, and don't get me wrong, the drama is coming from the girls, but the boys probably are there stirring the pot, saying this and that in their couples, so then maybe it does kind of elevate it, and then they're all riled up. So that like time apart maybe allowed them to just be like, okay, it's not that deep.
Also, boys need to kick a football. I don't know what to tell you. It's like,
It's like taking your dog for a walk.
yeah, it's like having a poo. Like, it genuinely is that deep for a boy.
Yeah.
The only thing that hasn't sort of been solved is we still haven't seen Jessie apologise.
Well,
But just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it didn't happen, because they were laying on the daybed together.
I feel like if she apologised, then we would have seen it.
Yeah.
That would be an odd choice.
It's a kind of like pretend it never happened.
To be fair to Lucinda as well, she is actually quite good at just like pretending it never happened.
Yeah.
She's so good at that.
She does live in her own like
Yeah.
universe.
Also, Lucinda did say, let's just put it all behind us now. So maybe
Yeah.
Jessie thinks if she goes and apologises, it'll drag things back up again and start it all over
Yeah.
again. So maybe she's like, maybe I don't have to apologise because Lucinda said it's over, so it's over.
It's
Line
done.
drawn. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And then actually
fair.
she used that opportunity, didn't she, in the game to not write Lucinda's name down, even though Tommy thought that she might.
Well, this is sorry. I need to say what the no girls writing any other girls down is quite phenomenal.
Quite the gear
I
shift.
think it's good.
It's
I
so
think there's been a
good.
lot of girl on girl fighting, and I think they're sticking together finally. And it's like, we are not the problem. It's never us.
Yeah.
You know?
Say it
It's never
again.
us.
You say that again, sis.
It's never us.
So last night they played Knowing Me, Knowing You with their little heart-shaped chalkboards, one of our favourite sort of format points of the series. And there was some really shocking answers, I thought. Carrington, 200 women.
But that's not the most shocking thing. The most shocking thing is that no one wants to be stuck in a lift with you.
Because they're worried they're going to be 201. That's why.
They'll be next on the hit list.
Yeah.
I can't believe, how's he got the time?
Also, how would you know it's 200? Are you
would
keeping a
you?
list?
I think he's got a list in his notes on
Up
his
to
phone.
200.
guys,
Sorry, what's
Do
your
you
name?
not?
Can I just take your name
I
again?
have a list, but if it was at 200, I probably would have just stopped.
No, I have a list, and if I get to 200, I'll still be going. You got to know. Imagine you forget
Do
them.
you know what was
Then you
well?
bump into them.
I would lie. If my number was 200, I'd be like, honestly, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just no need.
It's quite tricky, that game, because, what is a good number? I don't even know what my line
I
would
think
be.
a good number is 30 is a respectable number. Depends how old you are.
Exactly. I think it depends on your age.
Yeah.
It's like Kieran's very, very young.
How old is he?
He's 23. Because in his
he?
series, he was 21. And I think he had 120.
Yeah.
And then it's gone up to 130 in the space of 2 years. Well done, Kieran.
Yeah, listen, no
great
judgment.
work.
We listen and we don't judge,
Yeah.
but that is a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot of people in a room. Think about your birthday, trying to find 200 people to invite.
Oh
That's
my
hard.
God. You could have everyone that you shagged at your party.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that would be your party.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Heart-racing moments, head-turning pre-love fits. eBay with Love Island All-Stars just keeps on giving. The villa may be heating up, but the pre-love moments, forever iconic. From Leanne stunning in a jaded London at her pre-love date, Millie reviving another jaded classic worn by Gabby during All-Stars Season 2, to Curtis making his return bombshell entrance in the very same Dior shirt worn by Season 12's Cash. So for looks to fall for all over again, be sure to check out eBay, sponsors of Love Island All-Stars.
I think like Whitney was saying, they were just talking about other things. I don't know the reason for it. Maybe because they're, in different countries. He's from the USA, she's from the UK.
They have
and maybe
parents in both countries.
Yeah, maybe they didn't think about the whole moving over yet.
Yeah.
We really only saw them talking about moving over when they were on that date.
True.
Do you know about other things?
It's funny. I sometimes think if I go on a date now and we don't talk about that surface level stuff, I think maybe that's a good sign of getting on really
'cause
well on a
parents is
deeper
boring.
level.
I do, but
It's dull.
It's been more than one day. They've been in there 6
Yeah.
weeks now.
True.
You should know their name. Well, this is the thing. I think there were some questions in there that you should know, the parents' names.
Yeah.
And then some things 200 girls I've shagged.
Don't
need to
matter.
know. Do you need to know that? No.
I quite liked how Yeaman and Whitney did that.
NA. Not
NA.
available.
I
Information
think
not
that was so
available.
good.
I like it.
I don't think knowing your partner's body count is really that important.
I agree.
I think a lot
Because
of those
I think,
questions you
do you know what?
don't
I
need
think
to
the
know.
reason why I say that is because you can either be okay with it or it can put you off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And it's if I like you, what's it going to change? Yeah.
Let's think, as long as the body count doesn't go up while you're with the person.
Right.
Then
That's
you're
what-
fine.
Yeah, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's-
think a lot of that stuff you just simply don't need to know.
Yeah.
If they're not good test questions. Test me on I don't know, am I allergic to anything?
Why didn't they do star signs?
Say
know?
it again.
Star
Say
signs are
it
interesting.
again.
Yeah.
Sorry, can we talk about red flags?
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't believe
People
that.
asking that on a first date.
No, because that's saying, do you want children?
No, to be fair, I asked that on the first date. I asked
Yeah.
about kids on the first date.
Do you ask my kids on birthday?
Well, not anymore.
yeah, you've got
It's a
to.
bit late for that. But yeah, I did.
My one red flag issue is Millie writing short. I don't think
I
that's a
couldn't
red
believe
I think
that.
she's got what's happened there? She's got confused.
With type and red flags.
Yeah.
Red flag is serial cheater,
Yeah.
lying scumbag,
Can't cook.
Yeah.
jealous piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? That's red flag. Short.
Not a red flag.
What would your red flag be, each for you?
I think being rude as well. I also think table manners is a real big one for me. People
Okay.
that burp out loud around the table.
Oh, you wouldn't like to have
just-
dinner with us.
No.
Speak for yourself, sister.
You know what? Lucinda's one was actually really good. Hers was having your phone face down
And on Do
all
Not
the time,
Disturb.
and
G
on
said
Do Not
the same.
Disturb.
Yeah.
Cagey around their phone.
Yeah, I think nobody cares about what's in there. So acting so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
chill.
trying to look, but now that you've turned it over,
But then
I
I
am.
I sometimes have
Who's
mine
texting
turned
us?
over because if it starts popping up, then I'll be like, like
All
come into the
right.
You'll be
conversation, like,
distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
So
Like,
Lucinda, you know,
that's kind of
don't
thoughtful.
write me off as a friend. You know what I mean? Like,
It could be, yeah. If you're like also like on a date and you actually just want to have the other person's full attention,
Yeah.
that could be a reason. Usually it's not that though.
No.
is it?
No.
Like,
It's
usually
when
that-
you're on like CarPlay and they won't hand the phone over to you to like change the music. I'm like that.
feel like-
or the texts flash up.
And then
you're
they
like,
quickly-
and you're like, no, show it. It says like a WhatsApp message, and you can press it, and it'll read it out to you. And you're like, oh, you're not going to press that. And
Why
you're
don't
like,
you want me to hear?
Yeah.
Let them.
What is the message?
Let them speak their truth, please.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear it. Yeah. What's yours?
Mine, I've got many, but mine, I think a lot of mine is about like what the people in their life are like. Like if their friends are dicks, that tells you everything you need to know about what kind of person they are. Or like if their like parents are really rude to you, I hate that.
But what if the parents don't like you?
That's a me problem, to be fair.
Yeah. That's not them being a red flag. That's just me.
That's me being a red flag.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
No, but like I guess like parents are a big one because I feel like that's that whole conversation. Would you date someone if their parents didn't like you? That always is a very like topsy-turvy one.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
they have all of this to contend with now when they come out because you might think you know from what someone said about their family. You might kind of think you've got a gauge, and then you might meet them and be like, "Oh dear, we don't get on." That's
Well, like, it's
awful.
also just like your lifestyle. Like, you might like to.
True.
I was just about to say, sorry, I'm guessing that the Love Island villa gets like cleaned. Imagine you go home and they're like disgusting and they live like, so that's for me like a dirty, unhygienic, makes me gag. If you go home and like you just realize, oh my God, wait, I just didn't realize that like you wear your knickers like 2 days in a row and stuff.
that would be bad.
I mean, I think that's why I don't really mind when, you know, islanders come out and they move in together straight away. Get it over and done with.
Yeah.
Find out if you can live together.
yeah, because
you
also
know?
you've kind of done it.
You've
Yeah.
done
Weird
it.
not to.
We've done it, you know?
Yeah.
The game was going so well. The girls have clearly called a truce. It's all lovely. Like the girls aren't picking each other and stuff. And then Scott ruins it all by saying that he would couple up with Belle.
Yeah, that's not great, is it?
It's
That's not
awful.
great.
You all know that there's like always that one girl that like he could have picked Whitney. Like
I thought he was going to pick Whitney. That's literally your best friend in
Yeah.
there.
best friend, safe, easy, no drama. Picking Belle is wild, and he's kind of meant to be on best behaviour, like really proving himself, and that was bad.
Yeah, no further comment. It's just bad.
I agree.
It's just
I
like pick anyone
know.
else.
And Leanne does kind of like, I think she clocks it, but she doesn't always say
Well, 'cause
straight
also
away.
It's like, what are you gonna say in that
What can she do?
situation?
I know.
You know,
You
I
can't
think it
kick
just,
off a fuss.
I think it just makes her feel really uncomfortable. And I think they keep talking about, you know, oh, how are we going to make this friendship work? And I hate to say it, friendship's done.
Well,
It's
also,
not
like,
gonna work.
even when they were talking about, like, what I would be right and then about being stuck in the lift, and it's like, shut up.
Because it's a bit flirty.
Yeah.
You're flirting.
Right, I thank you because I thought I was watching last night thinking, oh, is anyone seeing this?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
anyone
we're
seeing
seeing
this?
flirting.
That this is a little bit
Yeah.
inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I think the time's I think the time's done. I think the friendship's done. I feel like
Well, I also feel like their friendship was actually not friendship.
No,
It was
it was
always
friendship.
always flirty.
it was friendship on the basis that we could potentially be something.
Yeah.
And now we can't, we're gonna have to knock it down a level. But
Yeah.
that means you still fancy me, you just don't have the chance with me.
Yeah.
Not
Nuh-uh.
gonna work. Done, bin it. I mean, what do we think about Yaman? He said that he wouldn't want to be stuck with Scott. And that is Whitney's best friend. So do we think he's also
Wait, what was his reason for that? No reason given.
No,
he
re-
didn't.
no
He was just
reason.
like,
Information not available.
no information, but the only information we do know is that that is Whitney's male best friend.
yeah.
But do we think with Whitney and Scott there's anything
No.
more?
No.
Like, I think it's pretty platonic.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
I
platonic.
think it's
I
like,
think if it was going to have happened by now,
Agree.
it
Yeah.
would have happened by now.
Yes.
Agree.
I was going to
100%.
say, is what you're saying that basically Yaman and Leanne should just get together and they'll never have to see Whitney and Scott ever again.
that would be terrible.
and
Yeah.
Yaman
We
did
saw the
write down
chat in
Leanne.
there.
Yeah.
Yaman wrote down Leanne.
God, he did.
I know.
Don't
After,
forget.
after that chat in the secret garden.
I know.
But you know what? I think the only reason why Yaman wrote down Leanne because, like, if he had a choice, I think that's who would be attracted to, like, second. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it's because, you know, he actually fancies
No.
Leanne.
It's a
And I think,
game.
yeah, and I think he also knows that the feelings are mutual. Like we said, Leanne did pull him into secret garden. So I know it's not deep, but there is that tiny, tiny level of
I
attraction.
do think Yaman really is into Whitney.
Yeah,
Like, on their
100%,
date, like, I really
100%.
think he's in.
Yeah,
oh my God,
100%.
Justice. I love that man.
Yeah.
Stan
He's
Yaman.
amazing.
With his
Yeah.
bowl of mangoes. He's finally,
He's always
finally
eating.
moved to a bowl
Yeah.
Thank
from,
God.
from a pot.
Thank God.
They've run out
I
of the
mean, I'm not
saucepans.
being funny. I always say less washing up. If I'm making like fresh pasta,
Obviously
with
eat
the
out
sauce,
the pan.
eat
Obviously.
it out the pan.
Yeah.
Microwave the sauce into the pan.
Yeah,
Not
obviously.
forget a bowl as well.
Come off
Yeah,
it.
washing.
Jesus Christ. Now, the joint winners were Sammy and Kieran, and Helena and Carrington.
Shocking.
Shocking.
Dark horses.
But I mean, Helena is the most recent Islander, so maybe this game was fresh in her mind. She knew what the questions were going to be, so their revision session was quite, targeted. Everyone else it's been a long time since they've been on.
Fair.
Helena's been taking notes.
Fair.
Yeah.
No, but you think Helena and Carrington are now, on?
I don't know. I think they're vibing. Like, I just think there's
Do
something
you?
going on there that I'm kind of into it. Yeah. And I think Helena's really, they say, don't they, that when you're with someone who brings out a really good side of you, then you're onto like a good thing. And I think she's really like showing different colours to what she showed in her like summer series. And I'm liking it. And I think Carrington could be a part of that. Listen, I'll put some money on that.
Do you know what? I think they're working because there's no pressure.
Yeah.
At the start, like Helena, she started not feeling him. She kind of got the ick and she was like, oh, I don't want to do this. And I think now they're back on track after the sexy challenge and they're actually just like vibing and taking it slow. I would say they're probably more like on a friendly vibe, but then like they're slowly filtering in the romance again. So I think always when you start off as friends, it's easy to know these questions. Like you're not talking about lovey
True.
stuff. You're actually asking like, oh, what's your favourite colour?
That's why no wonder Sean and Lucinda didn't do well, because they're not actually talking, they're just snogging.
Yeah, true.
It is,
Saying
that is
Princess Cookie
facts.
Pie.
Yeah, exactly. They're just buying houses all over the shop.
Yeah.
It's like monopolising on that board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sadly, after saying yesterday it's giving winning, Whitney and Yeaman actually lost. But their consolation prize was a date.
I thought that was
the
so
second
lovely.
date of the series.
Yeah, I think it was so lovely. I think we can see that sometimes Whitney takes these games really personal.
Agree.
Like, I feel like, she lost the game and she started to feel like, oh, like, I don't know
you.
Like, maybe we're not sexually compatible because of the game. And I'm like, it's just a game, babes.
It's not that
It doesn't mean
deep.
anything.
It's
You're
just
going
not
on a date.
deep.
You've got the whole of outside to get to know Yeaman. And you can tell they really like each other. And
100%.
Yeaman really likes her.
One thing I love that Yeaman said was like, people make a big deal about travel.
Oh,
and like, it's just
literally.
not a big deal.
It's
And
not a
I
big
think,
deal.
yeah,
He doesn't see an
Yeaman.
obstacle.
Man!
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
He doesn't. He just looks at her and he just thinks, we'll make it work.
I love
And
it.
I think,
I'd do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember where he's from in America?
LA?
Oh, LA is far.
Love LA.
No.
Can't wait to go back.
There is no obstacle.
No, there is no obstacle. And like, really, I pray to God that someone, pays for all their flights, because it's going to be a lot of travel back and forth.
Maybe they'll get them #gifted and it will be a love story that I can't wait to watch.
I think it will be. And do you know what? I think it's so nice. 'Cause I think people put a lot of pressure on relationships. And it's like, they're actually really simple if you like each other. It's just very much, I'll come see you, you come see me. Let's kiss, let's go out.
But as well, there does come a time, having done long distance, but as in like 2.5 hours, not a whole country, and then across that country, there does come a time where you have to make the decision who's going to move.
Well, we always say this because
You have
we
to have
have
an
both
end
done
point.
long distance. Like, the only way to make long distance work is to have an out.
Yeah.
And like, if there's no out, and the out usually involves one person sacrificing.
It's one person,
So yeah.
Well, that escalated quickly. Sean planned to make Lucinda exclusive last night. And then it went to boyfriend and girlfriend in the moment. And then he said he loved her.
Right, I fear for Sean because I fear what happened was he got a bit carried away. He was in the moment.
Sugar went to his head.
And
Yes. Yeah.
the gummy bears, few too many of those. And he said, I love you. And then she didn't say it back and she said, I'm about to wet myself. And now I worry he'll be going to bed tonight. Night Cam will be here like this.
This is what we do, isn't it? We're like, why did I say that?
Why did I say that?
Gosh, she hates me.
Why did I say that?
Oh, it was so sweet though, like watching someone love like that it was just like bubbling out of him.
It was
and he just
lovely.
like, I love you. I wish you'd have said it back. But actually, good not to, just out of panic. You shouldn't
Exactly.
say it as a
The
response.
more I think about it,
Exactly.
actually, the worse it gets.
She's going to wet herself.
I feel like it was
She was
just
laughing so much.
It was so much. And I don't doubt that, I don't think Lucinda's in love with Sean. Obviously not. But I do think she really likes
Let's
him.
be serious
Yeah,
now.
come on.
I think she really likes him enough to be boyfriend and girlfriend, enough to see where it goes on the outside. And who knows? We've still got a week left. She might drop it in soon.
Yeah.
I think she just wants to do it in her own timing.
Which is actually arguably better.
Yeah.
Like someone needs to think.
I do,
Sean
but
isn't thinking.
I do,
I think
but
Sean's
I
been in
think-
love with her for ages.
Like,
Agree.
say
Yeah.
anything other than I'm going to wet myself. Like, genuinely, there are 3 million things that you could...
No, there's nothing good to say. That's the problem.
No, I don't agree. I think we could workshop now.
What would you say? Someone says to you, I love you.
He didn't say it like that. He was like, no, I think I really love you. And I'd be like...
Exactly. There's nothing
And
to
it's
say.
even in your head, you think you'd say like, "Oh, that's really lovely. Like, I'm not quite there yet, but I will be soon." But then that's like, you'd never say that in real life.
No.
That's like email.
Yeah. Do you know what? Hold that thought. I'm just going to write you a text.
Or if it was like a big joke, like, oh, I love me too. But then maybe that's just like, you know.
That's
slay.
slay. I love that.
Love me too.
Or I'd be like, lol, yeah, of course he doesn't love me.
You know, just joke it
My-
off.
Babe, that's a good one. Lucinda,
Yeah.
write that down.
Sorry, can I just talk about Tommy helping Sean?
Such a good friend.
Like
Yeah.
the best. Like he stole your girl, and now you're just like noticing that they're really into each other. So you're just so on board that you're making love heart shaped
Gummy
strawberries
bears.
and gummy bears and whipped cream. Like that.
And when he was
boy-
like, I'll get the door for you.
oh, I love him.
I love him.
He's brilliant.
He is a really nice person.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's handled it so well from the start, all the way up until now. And even when like Sean was telling him, look, I really like Lucinda, I'm going to go exclusive. Tommy was genuinely happy for him. Like there was no jealousy. There was no like, oh my God, wish that was me. He was literally excited. He was
Yeah.
like, you know what, go and do it. I'll help you. He's so genuine. He's such a nice guy.
At least it was all for something.
Yeah.
Because if, you know,
True.
he lost his best friend,
100%.
lost the girl that he was seeing and stuff. I said a couple of weeks ago, the only option now is for Sean and Lucinda to get married.
Yes.
And I think that's
Stand by
probably going to
that.
happen.
Fair.
Maybe at the final, I don't know.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
We are moving at that pace.
And at least it was all for something.
Yeah.
Like, Tommy went through that hard
Fair.
patch, but like some good has come out of it.
100%. Yeah.
Also, in the words of Bad Bunny, you know, the only thing to like, what are the words of Bad Bunny? The only thing to conquer hate, to conquer hate is love. And everyone was hugging. They came down. Belle hugged Lucinda.
Yeah.
Scott
Told
was
you.
hugging Lucinda. Like
War is
everyone
over.
was. War is over.
It was a
Yes.
really, but you know what? Sometimes like you take a step back and you're like, you know what? Actually, it is a big deal, isn't it? Like the way everyone sort of like congratulated, it was given
I
like someone had just been
know.
proposed to.
I was thinking that.
It was proper like,
giving you
oh my gosh, like
engagement
great.
party vibes.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. I love Kieran and Sammy, don't get me wrong, but I did love when Sean shouted out, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. And they were like, that was, I felt that was a,
oh dear.
why didn't we think of that?
Yeah, it
Like,
should have
we've
been us.
together so much longer. And now it's going to like, we've copied them.
Yes,
Yeah.
watch them be next.
tomorrow night.
it does happen. It's like domino effect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once one boyfriend and girlfriend starts.
Because it's a race. It's a race to the final.
Yeah.
And now they're that bit ahead. Everyone's got to try and catch up.
That is all for this morning. Ali and G, thank you for joining us. Do you care to come back tomorrow?
Nowhere else we'd rather be.
And don't forget, next week, just before the final, Indiyah will be hosting a TikTok and Instagram live. I will sadly be otherwise engaged. But if I haven't given birth by the time we get home, I'll be really, really annoyed. So make sure you set your reminders and do not miss it. It's going to be amazing.
Bye.